They said if I did coke, I could party all night. They said if I did coke, I could party all night. They lied.
Operant conditioning is a second learning principle. This type of learning occurs due to the cause and effect relationship between a behavior and its consequences. Operant conditioning has a common sense element. When we reward a behavior, it increases. When we punish a behavior, it decreases. However, researchers have further refined our understanding beyond simple common sense. Number 1. When is the best time to administer a reward or punishment? Number 2, how much of a reward or punishment is needed? Number 3, how often should we deliver a reward or punishment? And number 4, what type of reward or punishment works best under which conditions? A substance or activity can only become addictive if it is rewarding. If it is pleasurable or enjoyable, individuals who dislike particular substances or activities have little risk for developing an addiction to those substances or activities. Such dislikes are not uncommon. Some people do not enjoy certain substances or activities. This protects them from developing an addiction simply because those substances or activities are not enjoyable, they are not rewarding. Addiction is a learned behavior because the initial pleasure or enjoyment was rewarding. The pleasure is a positive reinforcement which continues the behavior of doing drugs. According to the principles of operant conditioning, rewarded behaviors will increase. A particular concern is that most addictive substances and activities are immediately rewarding. Research has taught us that when we immediately reward a behavior, people learn it more quickly. This also explains why the addictive substance or activity tends to replace other more healthy sources of reward. These other types of rewards are frequently delayed, and an unfortunate cycle also develops. As addiction progresses, the availability of natural healthy pleasures decline due to the addiction. Friendships are strained, loved ones become bitter, meaningful jobs or hobbies are lost or abandoned. When this happens, addicted people become more and more dependent on their addiction as their sole source of reward. This creates an unfortunate but powerful addictive cycle. Punishment also plays an important role in the development of addiction. If there is an early or significant punishment, then the addiction might not develop. In many cases, punishment for addiction occurs much later when the addiction is already firmly in place. At this point, many chemical and psychological changes have occurred in the brain. This makes it more difficult to discontinue the addiction. Similarly, unhealthy cognitive and emotional patterns have become well established. This too makes it more difficult to change addictive behavior. Therefore, in these later stages of addiction, punishment alone is usually insufficient to create a lasting change. The most successful approach is to increase rewards for healthy behavioral choices while eliminating rewards for addictive behavior. Operant conditioning has resulted in several effective treatments. The basic idea is to reward addictive people for making healthier, recovery-oriented choices. However, research has made it very clear the rewards must have some value and the reward must be substantial. Again, this has a common sense ring to it. It's unlikely an addicted person would give up their addiction for a piece of chocolate. However, they might give it up for a car. It follows that what might be rewarding to one person would be meaningless to the next. For a very hungry person, food might be very rewarding. However, if someone just finished a Thanksgiving feast, food is unlikely to be rewarding. Addictions research has demonstrated that by rewarding someone with inexpensive but desired items, they can increase the number of abstinent days. This is particularly true for people with limited financial means. These same inexpensive items would not likely serve to change the behavior of someone with greater financial means.